This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed.
You guys, my husband just texted me and said 1 minute ago Fox reported that Charlie Kirk died. He's a husband and a father. And he was killed because someone didn't like him. They didn't agree with his political beliefs. They didn't like the way that he spoke. You guys, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? My heart burns in my chest for his wife and his kids who have to bury him, and he's only almost 32. He shares the same exact birthday as my husband. Oh my gosh. Imagine this were you. Imagine you had a husband who was willing to speak out against the evils of the world. And you just became a widow and your children fatherless. Oh my gosh. I am not okay. I am not okay. And here's the thing. If you find any satisfaction in this, you are evil. Evil. You are evil. And you are everything that is wrong with this world. Everything that is wrong with this world. Oh, you guys. I can't even function. I gotta go take care of my kids.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine, you know, imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die. Nobody deserves that. Not even Charlie Kirk.
Yo. Before I start this video, I want to say rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Even though there wasn't one thing that came out your mouth that I agreed with. I can't lie, I didn't even like the way you breathed. But that doesn't mean I don't want you to breathe. Do you get what I'm saying? Publicly executing a man like that in front of his wife and kids is just absolutely insane. And then you want to say that you're a liberal. That doesn't make any sense. America's biggest problem is that they resort to guns whenever they have some sort of issue or problem with someone else. From presidents to rappers to political figures, if your opinion does not fit in line with someone else's, a gun can get pulled out. And that is a very sad story. The irony of this story is that it wasn't a black person that killed him. It wasn't a brown person that killed him. It wasn't an illegal immigrant that killed him. It wasn't a gang member that killed him. It was someone that looked exactly like him. It was a white man. Sometimes it'd be your own people. It'd be your own people that will X you off the map. Someone's opinion should not be detrimental to a community or their family. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I don't care. It goes the same thing for Ginger J. You don't have to agree with how he feels, but you don't have to kill the man online. That's all I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, for the two people I've mentioned, I do not agree on their mindset, but I do stand on mental health and I do stand on how to treat others, even if you don't share the same opinions. You get what I'm saying? The moment violence or malicious intent is involved, all morals fly out the window. America don't realize that they have a big war in their hands, and the people that will bear the brunt of this injury will be the blacks and the browns. I'm very sorry about it. Even though there were nothing to do with the killing, they'll be the ones that will be held responsible, which is very sad. Being a liberal means you want justice for all, even if they don't agree with your political views. I'm seeing people in the comments talking about, I hope the gun is okay, but if it's one of us now, you want instant justice. Let's be what we preach. Let us be what we preach. And if anyone comes in the comments talking about, so you agree with them, you should suck your mum. It's clear that you were born upside down.
We don't serve the same God. You don't serve the same God as me. Anytime you can get online and celebrate the death of a man who gave his unsolicited opinion just like you do. To fix your mouth and make jokes about this man losing his life. This man was a husband. This man was a father. But to sit up and laugh and make jokes about it when you do exactly the same thing that he does, which is give your unsolicited opinion that nobody asked you for, there's somebody out there that don't like you either. There's somebody out there that don't like your opinions. There's somebody out there who would do the very same thing to you. So to sit up and laugh at somebody who only gave their opinion regardless of if you agree with it or not, thinking that it's okay for somebody to take that person's life and sit up and laugh about that, you don't serve the same God that I serve. A lot of y'all wonder why y'all life is so messed up and why you have the problems that you have. It's because you ain't got no God in you. You don't serve a higher power, and it shows. A lot of y'all are demonic. You have some evil spirits. I never listened to Charlie Kirk like that. I would see his stuff come across my timeline every now and then with his controversial takes, but I've never seen anything that he's personally done to justify somebody doing this to him. There's nothing to justify doing this to this man, regardless if you agree with his opinion or not. My prayers go out to his family. This is just a messed up situation, but it goes to show you just how far people will go when they don't like what you're saying.
When Americans are angry, they turn to guns. Every single time. We've been trying to tell you that for years, for over 20 years, because children have been unalived in their places of learning over and over and over again by hurt individuals. So it has happened to CEOs of the worst corporations in this country. It has happened to our president. Now it's happened to Charlie Kirk. Now it's happened to a political figure, which tells us something important about our culture. The internet and media have made it so the political space has expanded drastically. And in light of this, so have feelings about and surrounding politics. They've expanded, they've grown, and they've gotten serious to the point where people are so distraught and angered by their political emotions that they have resorted to pew-pewing people. And I can't act like I don't understand that. I can't act as though that feeling and that result is not expected when the talking points of these social media figures have led to a culture based around hating individuals who look like me. We are seeing a drastic resurgence of marginalization and dehumanization taking commonplace in America. In our social institutions, places that were supposed to feel safe are now politicized in a way that hurts brown, black, and LGBTQ communities. What do you expect to happen? Charlie Kirk has been one of the biggest vessels in communicating this hatred. And now we're seeing a symptom of a deeper problem manifesting in the violence that was perpetuated against him. People are angry and afraid, and they don't like the direction that this country is going. And they don't know what to do about it. Blame the root problem. Blame the fascist culture that is taking over this country, that is making every other country look at us like we are crazy. Are you seeing it now? Are you understanding that something is wrong?
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith align myself with you guys anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be alright. Cause you don't agree with him politically? Okay. Whatever happens next, in retaliation, whoever did that shit, I hope they throw the whole fucking book at you. The whole fucking book at you. While I did not agree with his views, when you put violence in the fucking middle of the equation, all this shit goes out the window. Everything that you stand for goes out the fucking window. Who's next? Candace Owens? Take that shit as a warning. Stop doing the fucking public panels, bro. Stop doing all that. Oh, what do you think about him? These people are fucking insane. Oh, well, both sides are... No, these people are fucking insane. Dude, things are gonna get very... Do not speak politics at all in public. Do not do that shit. These people are fucking unwell. Protecting fucking dickheads stabbing Ukrainian girls in a bus. Protecting fucking shooters just because they think they're the other gender. You people...
So have you prayed for the shooter yet? Have you? Pray for Charlie. Pray for the shooter. I remember hearing this one quote that has stuck with me for years. And I thought about it the second I saw news that Charlie Kirk, who I like, when I saw the footage and the news of him getting shot in the neck, still not knowing if he's going to live or die, I thought of this very quote, and I'll put it in the little description or caption below, and it's something along the lines of when the Apostle Paul went to heaven when he died. All of the people that he martyred before he turned to Jesus were so thrilled to see him there, to see him also in heaven. That is how the gospel works. So in light of this disgusting, evil, and demonic act of violence that this shooter caused to Charlie and his family, in spite of the political messiness, the things that maybe you like that Charlie says, maybe the things that you hate about Charlie, and you're so glad to hear that he got shot, Christians, do not lose the plot. Do not lose the plot. We were once far away from God, without the grace of Jesus, just as evil and depraved as that shooter. Pray for his soul. If Charlie is going to pass away today from what happened, he will be dancing at the feet of Jesus in heaven in eternal glory. The shooter, on the other hand, as demonic and evil and disgusting as he is, as I find him to be, if he were to die today, tomorrow, whenever, he will be in hell for eternity. Some of you guys who claim to be Christians, I'm talking to the Christians here, might be like, well, good. Don't lose the plot. We too were far away. We too were without hope, missing the mark. You might say, well, I never killed anyone. I never murdered anyone or tried to do that. You're losing the plot here. So we pray for Charlie, but we also pray for the shooter. This is a huge opportunity to actually explain and live out the gospel, because the gospel is what will always surpass anything that has to do with politics. Politics are very important. Get involved. I'm not saying to be all neutral and passive. I do not believe in that. But do not lose the plot here.
What happened to Charlie Kirk today might actually be one of the most insane things that's ever happened in American history. For those of you who don't know what happened to Charlie Kirk, he was holding an event on a campus at a college in Utah Valley, and he was debating with college students as he normally does. When out of nowhere, there was a gunshot fired and Charlie Kirk dropped to the fucking ground. At the moment of me recording this video, Charlie Kirk is in critical condition, and it's not looking good at all for him. There is a very good chance that after I publish this video, within a couple hours, Charlie Kirk's passing will officially be announced. Now, I never liked Charlie Kirk as an influencer whatsoever in the slightest bit. I think he's racist. I think he's misogynistic. I think he's transphobic. I think he's homophobic. I think Charlie Kirk is honestly a terrible fucking person. At the end of the day, nobody deserves to get mobbed in broad daylight like this. The dude has a whole ass family. And if you're going to do this to somebody, at least do it to somebody who's important. Like, yeah, Charlie Kirk sucks, but at the end of the day, all he really does is get into stupid debates with college students, and he's a terrible fucking person. If you're going to do this shit to somebody, at least do it to somebody with power, like a politician or a CEO or something. Not a fucking right-wing influencer. I absolutely despise Charlie Kirk too. I think he's racist. I think he's misogynistic. I think he's homophobic. I think he's transphobic. I think he's a terrible fucking person. But at the end of the day, the dude has absolutely no power whatsoever, and he's still a husband, father, and son. Low-key did not deserve that shit whatsoever.
Charlie Kirk got shot. What? The right-wing guy? Yeah, he got shot on campus in the middle of a debate. Fuck! What? I thought you hated the guy. Yeah, but just because I disagree with the guy doesn't mean I believe he deserves to get shot. But he was spewing all that hate speech on university campuses.
What do you think universities are for? It's not supposed to be some echo chamber where you hear the same opinions thrown back at you. It's supposed to be a place where you learn how to be a critical thinker. And the only way of doing so is by having your own ideas attacked. So you can learn to either defend or throw away the ideas that don't serve you. Not to be a safe space. It's supposed to be dangerous because ideas are dangerous. A single idea can heal or poison an entire nation.
Well, he said pew-pew deaths are a necessary cost to having a Second Amendment.
That's what I'm afraid of. That we forget that we're brother and sister. That we dehumanize one another, assuming malice, but we forget that merit is not monopolized by either side. That we need one another. That through compromise, we might be able to find some semblance of truth. Because if we point a barrel, we become a monster too.
Apparently, Charlie Kirk just got assassinated at one of his debate events in Utah. Someone blicked him in the neck and he passed away shortly after. There is a video around that I'm not interested in showing on this video or watching for myself, but I've heard it's scary as hell. I will say that I do feel bad for the kids. I don't think that any kid should ever have to grow up without their father, much less see a video of their father getting done the way Kirk got done. That's about all I have to offer in the condolences department though, honestly. This is like my 5th time re-recording this video because the truth is I don't care. I don't even think that guy liked people of my complexion, so, you know, forgive me for not being super invested on this. I've been getting hit up a lot, though, for my thoughts on the situation. And this is what I'm gonna leave y'all with. When you have a big enough platform, the things you say can affect thousands to potentially millions of people's lives. You can hurt people, you can embolden people. When you give power and you dedicate yourself to promoting certain toxic ideas and behaviors, you're emboldening groups of people who want to oppress other people. You're going to make a lot of enemies doing that. And I'm not saying that anyone deserves to have this happen to them. In an ideal world, political discourse would never have to go this far. But because we don't live in that ideal world, Charlie had this coming. Y'all keep playing around with politics and trying to rage bait like real people's lives aren't affected by this. All I'm saying is that I'm not surprised.
To the person who took Charlie Kirk's life today, you're on the run. You're being hunted down. You took one of God's workers. You took one of his angels. You're going to be found. You're going to be brought to justice. I pray that you see this video before you get caught and understand that you are public enemy number one, not only in this country, but in this world. You took one of the most incredible souls off this planet today, led by God, led by his family's values, adored his wife, and so in love with his children. You will be found. And I pray that you are not coward enough to take your own life, that they take you in alive and watch you slowly go through the process and the painful torture through the court system, through judges, through lawyers, get sentenced, indicted, put in a very, very dark and disgusting and cold and gloomy place that they call prison. And I also pray that they put you in general population. And I also pray that every prisoner in there knows what you have done to one of our fallen soldiers. Charlie Kirk, my friend, I am so sorry for your wife, for your beautiful family, for your children. We will not stop moving forward. We will not stop marching, and we will stay in line. We will stay together. What you'll wish for in this country, all together as one, as Americans. Politics will always come second. Humanity will always come first. I'm sending so much love to your family, to the loved ones that were left behind. A piece of me died today. But I promise you, I will do everything I can to serve this country and continue to protect the President of the United States of America. May you rest in peace.
How do you feel about Charlie Kirk death? Look, Charlie Kirk was not the best guy. He had terrible views. He justified genocide. We don't agree with the guy. However, you don't defeat ideas through bullets. You defeat ideas through ideas. Political violence is never justified anywhere, especially in America. But it is justified everywhere outside of America when America supports it, like the bombing recently in Doha, Qatar.
I'm sorry, because am I actually seeing people say that they feel bad for Charlie Kirk? I know I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, oh, you guys shouldn't be saying this should happen. The same man who said, oh, there's a cost to liberty. When you allow gun ownership, you allow gun death. Like, tell me were talking about the same man. Either people are talking about somebody else or they're fucking deluded. We're in a state of delusion. Like, yes, the world's fucking collapsing, but what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, Charlie Kirk. My opinion. Everybody asked, so I'm gonna tell. It's a tragedy. It's sad. My heart goes out to his family. I don't care if you think that his views were terrible and threatened your way of life. I don't care if you agreed with them or you didn't agree with them. If you think that this is a good thing, you're wrong. To add to this, I've seen people turn around and basically come out with this with more hate and start blaming, for instance, all the people on the left and getting pissed off. This was the actions of one person. One person did this, period. It only takes one person to pull a trigger and one person decided to follow through and do it. So that's where the blame goes. The blame goes there. The blame does not go to an entire group of people. And this is the biggest problem with the world and why we're divided. Because once you see a white person do something, you think all the white people are bad. Once you see a black person do something, you think all the black people are bad. Once you see a trans person do something, you think all the trans people are bad. So now you see someone that did something to someone who is a far right individual, so you blame everybody on the left. That is a terrible way of thinking, and that is one of the biggest reasons why we are such a divided country. So, like I said, it's a tragedy. From what I understand, his family was there to witness it right in the front row. So that's trauma they're going to deal with for the rest of their lives. Yeah, so if anybody is happy about this and you follow me, please just go ahead and unfollow me. And anybody that knows me knows that I am not right or left. So as far as like whether I supported him or didn't support him, I have no skin in that game whatsoever. But the bottom line is it's tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. We need to put an end to the stupid violence to where we think that we can have differences of opinion and not get along. We all need to have differences of opinions and still be able to get along, period. Have a nice night.
This is the most significant political assassination since Martin Luther King, since J.F. Kennedy. Let that land. Charlie Kirk has been shot, a man who built a movement, who speaks for millions, targeted on a university stage. This isn't just another news story. This is history being written in blood. When Martin Luther King was gunned down, it tore America apart. When Kennedy was taken, the world shifted forever. And now, in 2025, Charlie Kirk has been struck down from 200 yards away. Whether you loved him or hated him, this changes everything. It sends shockwaves through politics, through culture, through the very idea of free speech. A bullet doesn't just silence a man, it echoes through a nation. And I'll tell you this, what happened in Utah will shape the future in ways we can't yet imagine. This is the most far-reaching act of political violence in our lifetime.
Yo. Before I start this video, I want to say rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Even though there wasn't one thing that came out your mouth that I agreed with. I can't lie, I didn't even like the way you breathed. But that doesn't mean I don't want you to breathe. Do you get what I'm saying? Publicly executing a man like that in front of his wife and kids is just absolutely insane. And then you want to say that you're a liberal. That doesn't make any sense. America's biggest problem is that they resort to guns whenever they have some sort of issue or problem with someone else. From presidents to rappers to political figures, if your opinion does not fit in line with someone else's, a gun can get pulled out. And that is a very sad story. The irony of this story is that it wasn't a black person that killed him. It wasn't a brown person that killed him. It wasn't an illegal immigrant that killed him. It wasn't a gang member that killed him. It was someone that looked exactly like him. It was a white man. Sometimes it be your own people. It be your own people that will X you off the map. Someone's opinion should not be detrimental to a community or their family. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I don't care. It goes the same thing for Ginger J. You don't have to agree with how he feels, but you don't have to kill the man online. That's all I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, for the two people I've mentioned, I do not agree on their mindset, but I do stand on mental health, and I do stand on how to treat others, even if you don't share the same opinions. You get what I'm saying? The moment violence or malicious intent is involved, all morals fly out the window. America don't realize that they have a big war in their hands, and the people that will bear the brunt of this injury will be the blacks and the browns. I'm very sorry about it. Even though they were nothing to do with the killing, they'll be the ones that will be held responsible, which is very sad. Being a liberal means you want justice for all, even if they don't agree with your political views. I'm seeing people in the comments talking about, I hope the gun is okay, but if it's one of us now, you want instant justice. Let's be what we preach. Let us be what we preach. And if anyone comes in the comments talking about, so you agree with them, you should suck your mum. It's clear that you were born upside down.